Hello, lovies. Welcome to What Would That Mumsy Do? So we are so close to Valentine's Day, all my lovers. So Valentine's Day, Schmalentine's Day. I think it should be called Galentine's Day. I feel like we need to dedicate the day to giving stuff to our babies. Like, if you're a mama, then give stuff to your babies, okay? If you are not a mama, give stuff to your girlfriends. Then you can have a full-on Galentine's Day. And if you say you have this high expectation for, the entire day to be this perfect thing, like, no, don't do that to yourself. Like, use Valentine's Day as another day. So you don't have all this pressure. So you don't feel like, oh my gosh, I have to do all this to show this person that I love them. Like, no, you need to love every single day. Number one, love every single day. And especially your family, like, you should be able to tell your husband you love them more than one day a year, right? I know that's fucking hard because these motherfuckers, but I just feel like, it shouldn't be like this big old deal. Like, I'm married, and I still like homemade cards. Like, if my husband and Harlow make me something with fucking handprints, I like get giddy because I'm like, oh my God, you put in effort. I think it has something to do with when I used to work at Target and I used to see every fucking husband in San Bernardino, they're like all scrambling like the week of Valentine's Day to get whatever they fucking can. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, if you really love somebody, I don't feel like it should be determined by what you can purchase in this rapidly. Like, it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be determined by like the amount of chocolate that you are giving them or the amount of I don't know, fucking jewelry. My main point is, like, the pressure of Valentine's Day is a trip. Like, just don't even do it. Don't even celebrate it. If anything, like, be appreciative and say, like, hey, I want to go paint with my husband, or I want to go paint with my spouse. Go to the park and go to the dollar store first. And I think that has something to do with it too, is like February, if you haven't done your taxes yet, it's right after Christmas, so everyone's fucking broke. And if you have birthdays and shit in January, then you're even more broke in February. And then you have all of this guilt and like, oh my gosh, like, oh my God, like, Valentine's Day is every year, but every year I have no money on this day. Okay, what can I do? Like, you can prepare just a little bit, like $5 a check, whatever. And then for Valentine's Day, you have a Valentine's Day fund. You're like, hell yeah, I can dip into my Valentine's Day fund. Or you can just be frugal and go to the 99 and get things to make a picnic and go drive up to a park or up the mountain a little bit, wherever that is just like secluded, and you can have an intimate conversation and intimate time with the person that you love. It doesn't have to be like, hey, you better take me out to some extravagant meal and do all these different things. Like, no, you don't need that. And that's what you need to remind yourself is, I don't need an abundance of things. You do not need an abundance of things. You need to develop the want and need for less. Like, that's what you need to do. You don't need to overexert yourself in the ways like where you're going to be in some financial bind because you decided, oh shit, I need to do this and that. I need to take another credit card real fast because Valentine's Day is coming up. Like, no, don't put yourself in any financial binds. You know what you need to do. Men, if any men listen to my fucking podcast, go on to Pinterest. There's so many creative DIY things that I guarantee your spouses will fucking love. Or women, hey women, your fucking spouse will love. Like, there's not a gender bias on Pinterest that's like, it's only for this or that. Like, you can literally just go on there and say gift. Write gift for Valentine's Day. You know how many things are going to come up? Put dollar store gifts. And you can literally, for $5, put together one of those fucking baskets that you see on like every corner getting off the freeway, and they charge you $25. Like, you can make the same shit for $5 go to the damn dollar store. And it doesn't matter that you spend $5. It matters that you put into effort into creating something. You didn't just go this fucking Valentine's Day morning to Walgreens and was like, hey, what's the biggest chocolate you got? You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to alter our perspective so that we not even expect less, but just appreciate more. Appreciate that you woke up on Valentine's Day. If you woke up on Valentine's Day and you got to kiss your loved ones, bitch, that's all you should need. That's it. You took a breath. You could walk. You got your health a little bit. Like, those are the type of things that you need to focus on so that you do not have this inevitable disappointment. Because you know how many times, like, holidays will come and you have this crazy, absurd expectation, and then the entire day, it's like you're filled with disappointment. The entire day is like fucking ruined because you're pissed off that your spouse didn't reach your personal expectation. Like, and then you get on social media and you see all these fucking gifts and this, that, and the other thing, and then you're like even more pissed off and disappointed with your life. So to avoid those things, to avoid like ruining your day before it even starts, change your focus. Say, you know what, my expectation for the day is to wake up. My expectation for the day is to be able to properly communicate my love. So how am I going to do that? I can write a letter. I can write a letter and say, hey, I want to speak this to you. I want to tell you something. I want just 5 minutes with you so that I can express to you, like, my appreciation for you, my love for you, my dedication to our relationship, and just put those things into words, because I feel like you don't understand how much we seriously crave intimacy, and intimacy doesn't necessarily need to be an extravagant experience for you to feel like, okay, now I'm intimate. Now I feel like intimately connected to my spouse. No, just take a step back and appreciate a little bit more, and then you will feel like you need less. And that's the goal. Is to just fully feel connected with your loved ones in your life, and to be able to actually enjoy the day, and surround yourself with no negativity. Don't even let it in. Anytime that you feel like, ooh, like my day's already flipping, like, okay, you have the power within you to change your day. Like, I always tell Harlow every single day, your attitude determines your day. Your attitude ultimately determines your day. It's cool to be a brat 25/8. That's fine. But when you have a holiday and you ultimately want this amazing day, like, it's up to you too. It's not just up to your spouse to be in your head and know your expectations, and it's not fair to them for you to get disappointed when they didn't reach your expectation when you haven't even ever voiced them. And so that's what I want you guys to do too, is like, if you haven't voiced your expectations and communicated that properly to your spouse, like, all year long, like, oh, you know what, I would love this, or I would love a Domino's pizza shaped like a heart, like, whatever the case may be. Like, you cannot be upset with your spouse. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to ruin both of your guys' day when ultimately they tried, but they didn't necessarily reach that expectation, that high expectation that you wanted for the day. So I just feel like I want people to actually enjoy Valentine's Day a little bit more. So I think that with these quick little tricks and tips, hopefully you outfuck yourself, and when the day comes, you're not going to feel in like an utter depression, because I can't express how many Valentine's Days I self-sabotaged and was depressed, and I did not appreciate just waking up with my boys. So this Valentine's Day, I'm practicing too, you guys. We're in this shit together. Let's all practice waking up without any crazy expectation other than being awake, being in that moment, and loving the fact that you woke up next to someone you love, okay? If you didn't wake up next to someone you love, then okay, you have the whole day to be with them. All right, you guys, this is What Would That Mumsy Do? Thank you so much for your consistent support and listening. I love you, bitches! Happy early Valentine's Day!